Welcome, Warriors, back with another episode of Vigor Warriors 2 on our Vigor Warriors channel. Welcome to the 1% Club. I'm hoping that as time goes on, we increase that to 2% and 3%. We need more people to understand what's happening with ourselves and our success and what's really happening around the world. I think when the Bible talks about that, we don't really fight against flesh and blood and people, even though it may look like that because those are the people that are embodying the spirit. But we fight against principalities and those evil forces around us. And we see that. We see a lot of greed and corruption. And those are the things we're fighting against. So when you think you're fighting against physical types of things, those are just kind of the manifestations of the people and the spirits that you see. What you're really fighting for is down in here, and that's what's inside of people. And so a lot of times, they don't really even know what they're doing sometimes. And so a lot of times they kind of get caught by these spirits. And I think most people want to be in, a peaceful state, but they find themselves out of those states for many, many reasons. So, but once again, thank you for all the comments, the great things you're saying. I think that it looks like that the self-control on the Bible one is popular. So probably do some more of this type of things and focusing on things in the Bible and focus on things that are important. This is a good question that I had. And once again, going back to Alan had a good question about Gandhi, and I don't know the answer to the question, Gandhi. Not Gandhi, Alan. I don't know the question to your answer, Alan. I will say this, however. Napoleon Hill said this as well, and he said this, that in his book he said that people who are very successful have high sexual energy. And you can look and see that all the time. And so I think men especially have high sexual energy who are successful. Now, can they even be more successful and happy and peaceful by controlling that nature? Yes. I think that what ends up happening is those people, they start to fall down when they struggle. For instance, Napoleon, not Napoleon Hill, but Napoleon, when he was highly successful in all his battles and everything that we did, because he had the love of a good woman in Josephine. When he discarded Josephine, his Waterloo really wasn't that far behind. And that's what happens to a lot of men who give up on the one woman and all of a sudden transfer all the energy to several women and lose all the energy. And so I think that happens a lot, and that's something I think is very powerful. So, Alan, it's a good question you're asking me, and I'll have to do some research on that part. My guess would be Gandhi had a high sexual energy nature. Now, whether he dissipated that all the time, I don't know. I had heard he did not, but you could be correct. I don't know until I kind of look into it more. So I will do an extra one on Gandhi and talk about his relationship with all the energy retention and things like that. So, and also I'll talk more about I think it's a good idea to kind of talk more about this idea of focusing and having energy on, if you're going to use your energy with one person, have that person be part of complementary types of things. And this is the video we're going to talk about today. So the topic for today on this one is really going to be competition or complementariness. And so the issue we talk about here is our energy. And so we talk about the fact that we have masculine energy and feminine energy. And the key, guys, is the fact that we have energy that needs to complement each other. The problem in our society that we have right now is that we have roles that are confusing to people. And this is when you end up getting into the confusion, the biological nature of the fact that you have masculine energy and you have feminine energy. And those two are supposed to complement each other. This is why we have males and females in this world. They're supposed to kind of complement each other to become one whole, not 27 different wholes running around, right? Not one person who is part of the combination and the other person running around and doing different things with lots of other people. That, in my book, is not what the mission and the idea was, that God created us to be males and females. So we do different things. And it's equal, and I'm not saying anything about not being equal. I think men and women are very equal in the fact that they are, they can do all things, and females can live by themselves and males can live by themselves. But that wasn't the importance of males and females being together. Obviously, the importance is to have children, raise children, and to be able to complement each other. It's not supposed to be competitive. And this is where we get into the problem here. Right now, we have a society that's being taught that women should be competing with men. And, that's not the way it should be. No man really wants a woman to compete with them. They're not, that's not what they're taught, and this is not the biological nature of things. Many males are to provide that uh, support, that providing and security, and do those type of things that need to happen for a family to survive. Females need to have the nurturing and support as well. Now, it's not that they can't do anything else, and there's no reason why they couldn't support and help out the family in different ways as well. And there's no reason why males or females could not do things if they're single on their own. I mean, it's all the same. But this is why you don't see a lot of females in engineering roles, and you don't see a lot of males in nursing roles. You haven't, and that's not really going to go change that much. Only because even though female and males want to, um, you know, they like the complementary type nature of things, they don't necessarily want to be doing all the roles. I mean, you talk to some single moms or single dads, you realize that they just don't want to do both roles. They want to have somebody to be able to complement them. And this is what the whole idea of that we have. The whole idea is not to be competitive with each other. The whole idea is to be complementary. And so females and males should be complementary, not competitive. And I think that's a key major. Now, nowadays, and this is the problem with the dating situations we have, and this is the problem with our society right now, is that we have a lot of these roles confused. And we've had these movements who, and I understand how the movement started because I was there way back in those days, and I remember that there was abuse and there was people using it in control, and I think you don't do that. It's not abusive type control we're talking about. It's the idea that males need to do a certain role and females need to do a certain role to complement each other. If they start crossing over those type of things, then they lose the relationship and they lose the benefits of having a complementary partner. And I think we go back to marriage and those type of things. We're running into a lot of problems in marriages because people don't want to do that. And then men also see the disadvantage of getting married, and if you get divorced, and I think the statistic I saw was 90% of alimony goes to women, right? And custody goes to women in a lot of cases as well. So I think there's not a lot of motivation, and this is why you have the MGTOW movement and all these type of movements coming around for males to just not get involved in the first place. And I think you're going to see the backlash of that is you're going to see a lot of males and females rethinking their roles and thinking about the fact that maybe they've been given a bill of goods here, and talking about the fact that men should be more feminine. And there's no reason to have, the men can't be understanding and supportive. But you ever have a chance, if you're a male, that you start expressing feelings to a female? The female doesn't want to hear that. I mean, honestly, guys, there's not a lot of support out there for males, and feelings. Now, females have a large networking of that. If they have a struggle, they're having a problem, a lot of females are, they have places they go and talk to people. Males don't have that. Males are supposed to be strong, and males are supposed to have that masculine energy. So when you have males that have too much feminism, and there, of course there's some females that want that, but this is not the society that, to my mind, God wanted. God wanted the male to be masculine and the female to be feminine. There's a reason why females have children and males don't. Females are the ones bringing in the children to the society and nurturing it, and females are very important for that reason alone. That we need to have a generation moving on, and so female becomes important. It's important to have, a great mother to their children, right? But the father is someone who's just as important, but in a different way. And I think, guys, this is the whole key to what we're talking about here. And so when we look at this whole idea of being competitive as compared to complementary, the only person you ever should be competitive with is yourself. You should be striving to do better and better every day and to try to get yourself to the point where you become the best version of yourself. And males or females both should be doing that. Now, when it comes to males and females, just as it comes to males and males, I mean, you're going to have people who want to compete with you. Our society, especially in the United States, focuses a lot on competition, but it should be healthy competition. It means you're going to get better. Now, on your plan, your retention plan, and I've had this happen, you're going to have males who are going to come up to you, and they're going to be competitive with you. They're going to show their machoism and things like that because they understand what you're doing. Now, they may not do it consciously, but they understand it subconsciously. And they don't like the fact that you're becoming stronger and you're becoming very much like a stoic type figure, which is very, very attractive in the society and those type of things. Females will stare at you. And a lot of times what ends up happening is those females will be attracted to you. Now, the key, guys, to the thing is to find that female again, if you're a male, and the same thing if you're female, to find that male that is going to compliment you, that's going to allow you to work with your values, your ideas. This is why it's so important to not release. It's so important to hang on to your energy and seed so you're able then to make some wise choices on the people that you are with. Those people should be complimenting you. They should be adding to your skill base and being able to say, okay, I have masculine energy, and so I need a feminine energy. If I'm a feminine energy, I need a masculine energy. If you have people who are not doing that, then I would say get away from them. Find somebody else. Don't spend some time with a person who doesn't have the type of feminine energy you want. And don't be someone, if you're a female and you want that masculine energy, don't find some male who's got too much feminine energy, because it's going to frustrate you to no end. It does to me. And I think the whole key to it is allow yourself to be able to figure out, what is it that's going to help you. Don't waste time chasing people around who are not going to really benefit you. And you really shouldn't be chasing anybody around anyway. You should be kind of doing your own thing, working on your own goals. Like I said the other day, is I have no time for a lot of that stuff. I mean, it is flattering, and I do notice it. I mean, I still notice it after 500 and 4 days now or something like that. I notice it. I mean, the people are, people staring at me, and then I also have males who are trying to come up and, kind of compete in certain ways, and I just kind of blow it off and move ahead, because it's not worth the time, my friends. It's not worth the time, and it's not worth your time to waste on any of that kind of stuff. Move forward, keep working ahead, realize all the benefits you have, and you're going to become abundant. It's going to happen sooner or later. You just got to keep with the plan. All right, guys, until next time, have a great day. Talk to you later.